Hi, my name is Millie, and I own a virtual bookkeeping business. I've been a bookkeeper since about 2009, and for a long time it was a side gig. It was something that I did because it helped my family bring in extra revenue. And there was a period of my life where we needed the extra revenue. I had two children, 14 months apart. My husband ended up herniating a couple of discs in his back, and we were broke. And the bookkeeping revenue helped us sustain us through that time. But it wasn't until 2016 when I decided to actually make it a real business. I went through the steps to make everything legal and proper with the IRS. I got an EIN before I was a sole proprietor and didn't need that. But then in 2016, I decided to become an S Corp because my dream wasn't to have a side gig anymore. My dream was to build a viable, successful bookkeeping firm. And I wasn't sure how I was going to do that. I found an online course and I took the bookkeeping course that helped me out so much with some of the different aspects of bookkeeping that I struggled with, walking me through making sure that my business is in compliance and legit. And I'll always forever be grateful to that bookkeeping course because it opened my eyes to the possibilities of what having a bookkeeping firm means. And I went for it, kinda. And I say kinda because I was all kinds of excited, but I was petrified. I allowed my fear of the unknown, the fear of failure to hold me back. I continued in my office job that I was holding at that point for a few more years because I was too scared to take the plunge. But in 2020, I quit my office job, and I told my boss, who had worked for 8 years for, told her, I'm sorry, I'm no longer going to be working your business. I'm going to work my business. The reason we did that is because we had a scare with my daughter. I have a beautiful daughter and a beautiful son, a handsome son, I guess I should say. They're 14 months apart. And during the time when the pandemic was starting, my daughter was riding her bike and she almost got kidnapped. Scared me to death. And I thought about all the times I couldn't be with them because I had an office job. My husband and I sat down, we looked at our finances, we drained our savings account to pay off the remaining debt we owed, and I quit my office job. My kids are so important to me. I love them dearly. They're homeschooled, by the way. I homeschool my children. And so having a business that is a remote work at home business is very important to me because it works around my schedule and my family. And that is the goal, right, of every business owner, is to be able to make sure that your schedule works for your life, right? You work to live, not live to work. It was hard. It was really hard. I took also some tax preparation courses because I thought, why not supplement my bookkeeping with tax preparation, which I do. I was scared. I'm not going to lie. I was very scared. But I knew I could do it. My husband was supportive of me, so that was wonderful. And I struggled. I tried Facebook ads. I tried to talk to acquaintances, business connections, and I just couldn't get the traction I needed. I'm not good at marketing. Self-promotion, I don't like it. I don't like focus on me. But if you're going to have a successful business that is growing and thriving, you have to promote it. You have to talk about it. And it really just threw me out of my comfort zone. And so I struggled. I felt like I'd take one step forward and two steps back. I met Bryce online on a Facebook group, and he's been amazing. He really has, with his help, with his mentoring, with his classes that I've taken for social media, um, and helping with the lead generations for growing my business. Without him, I'd still just have two small clients. And now I have a steady revenue of income coming in, not only from monthly bookkeeping clients, but also cleanup clients, because Bryce teaches you what your true worth is. He also teaches you how to market and how to find the business owners that truly are wanting your help. And I love helping businesses. I love crunching numbers. And when I sit down and I talk with business owners and I realize, hey, I can help you. I know where your pain point is and I know how we can fix it together. That makes me happy. That makes me excited. Finding those business owners doesn't make me so excited on my own because it scares me to death, and I could never have done it without Bryce. So if you are considering taking the plunge, maybe right now you are a bookkeeper, an accountant, a CPA, or somebody who just loves numbers, and you're like, should I take the plunge? Should I do my own bookkeeping business? Or maybe you have already taken that plunge, but you're struggling and you're thinking, why am I doing this? You might want to consider talking to Bryce because he's amazing. His marketing strategies, his lead generation, it's amazing. And it really did change the way my business, was flowing. I went to from just a couple grand a month, and I've over doubled that in revenue. Of course, the monthly revenue will fluctuate because sometimes I get a cleanup job that jumps for that month's revenue way up there. But I'm making at least double of what I was making before Bryce came along every month. And so I'm excited. I only started working with him in April, and I'm excited to see where the next 6 months takes me, because I know that with this help, my bookkeeping business is going to take off, and I am going to be able to accomplish my dream of having this successful, thriving virtual bookkeeping business. Virtual being key because that means I can take it anywhere I go, right? But I have this successful business that is going to be built around my lifestyle, built around my kids, and it's going to be flexible to my schedule. So that way I get to live the life I've dreamed of for myself and for my family. And that is why I think being a remote bookkeeper, a remote bookkeeping business owner is so important. And it's like the most amazing career out there. I have a feeling I'll probably have to make some more videos, kind of sharing my journey through my bookkeeping discovery, I guess you'd call it. But overall, I am so excited with the progress I've already made. So I hope that if you're even thinking about it, considering it, that you have the strength and the courage to take that leap. Have some faith in yourself and try it. If you don't try something new, you'll never know if you can succeed.